here's Bosher to kick it away. Perry, the return. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. On first down, it's Tannehill. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Takk McKinley. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Off play action, Tannehill. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Takk McKinley with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. A first carry for the tailback, Devontae Freeman. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Big conversion. They were backed up deep to start the drive, able to pick up the first.
So the goal is at least a first down here, right? Pick up a first down, give yourself some breathing room, and if you have to punt after that, maybe you've helped with field position and you've helped out your defense.
And avoided a 3 and out on their opening drive. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, they control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 3rd down, that's Freeman. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. For the Miami Dolphins, Charles, you think back to last year. They stayed in it much of the season. Week 14, that shocker on the final play versus the Patriots kept their playoff hopes alive, but ultimately they didn't make the playoffs. Going to have a new head coach. What do you think moving forward?
And weren't we all surprised after that win against the Patriots that they lost their last 3 games and, as you noted, cost Adam Gase's job? This team has not won a playoff game since December 30th, 2000. Head coach, Dave Wanstead. Quarterback, Jay Fiedler.
Wow.
That's a long time ago. They've got to find a way to correct that, and they'll be doing it with new administration up front, a new head coach, and maybe a new quarterback.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins.
Let's go.
Tannehill hands to Drake. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Tannehill escaping the pressure right. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. XIV Howard up to make the tackle.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Flush to his right. And incomplete. Well, while we have a second here, how about we get bold and make a couple Super Bowl predictions?
Hey, why not? Let's go ahead and put ourselves on the spot.
Just more fodder for the angry people. What do you think? Who's going to win it? Who's going to be the MVP?
Well, my prediction for this one is the New England Patriots win the football game. They win it 32-30. The MVP, the McCourty twins, Jason and Devin. They both get 2 interceptions apiece, and instead of splitting the trophy, they wrestle for it right there in the 50-yard line post-game, because you know sibling rivalries, one always wants the upper hand.
Okay, that's bold. I'll go Rams on a Greg Zuerlein 44-yarder from the right hash as time expires.
44, that's nothing for him.
MVP Todd Gurley, 2 touchdowns, 1 catching, 1 rushing.
I like it.
There you go.
You don't like the McCourty thing, though.
No, I do like that. If that happens, you're Nostradamus.
There you go.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And it's caught by Parker. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Tannehill with a hook up to Parker for the Dolphin first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Drake. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following the sparkling display of footwork. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. From the 50, it's Tannehill. He dumps it off to Drake. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll make it 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, 20.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. He goes underneath to Drake. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree. One thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to the air. Tannehill on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Tannehill. Being chased out left. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 46. The kick by Sanders is good. That's it for the first half. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Tannehill. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A pitch out to Drake. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They'll give it to him up the middle. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure, or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Buying time to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down.
Well, that was excellent coverage right there, and he definitely did the right thing, showing that discretion is definitely the better part of valor. Threw it away, preserved the opportunity to kick for a field goal.
And excellent coverage. And right now the human is controlling the defense, so good job, human. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. All things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. Happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side said, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. While we have a second, Charles, the Patriots, of course, back in the Super Bowl, getting the 37-31 victory over KC in the AFC title game. Great game, but, the Patriots...
nobody believes in them.
Yeah, right. They're playing that underdog card, but I thought it was funny because after the game, they asked Tom Brady, were you guys just trying to use that for your own motivation? He said no comment because they were. They know they're not the underdog.
They know it, but when you've been that great for this long,
you need something.
You've got to find something different. And Tom Brady, I've got to give him credit. Somehow he made his team buy that and believe in it when no one else in the country did. And I think it really started with their first playoff game this year when the Chargers came to town. I know I picked the Chargers against them. A lot of people picked the Chargers. They took that as, well, no one believes in us. Everyone thinks we're not as good. They were just wrong about that part, as we were wrong about the Chargers beating them.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Hey, express!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, They're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
I like the call. Inside the red zone running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Freeman again. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Hey, Tuesday.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are an extra point away from having the lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. At this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. It's caught. Stills right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Tannehill now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Drake off the give from Tannehill. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let's go.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So out come the Falcons now. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Gun. Hey, Tuesday.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On 3rd down. It's Coleman, and he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll eat some clock with Freeman. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as the understanding where they are on the field?
Ryan now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a one-point victory. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Jacksonville, good night, everybody.